So for now, essential games unbeaten for Erik ten Hag, and their goalkeeper Andre Onana has kept 3 double save at Palace last weekend. Of the back 4, only Matthijs de Ligt was excused Wednesday's European game here. He's the only United player to have started every game in every competition. Finally, Manuel Ugarte has afforded his first start in the Premier League. He and Kobbie Mainoo, and whatever the explanation for his omission last weekend, Marcus Rashford is involved from the beginning today at the expense of Amad Diallo. Once more, Joshua Zirkzee is at the sharp end. 6 weeks and 6 games since his debut goal here. And do note, by the way, that Victor Lindelof returns to the United party after injury today. Harry Maguire is not on the list. Well, it's 13 months now since Ange Postecoglou. His goalkeeper then, as now, was Guillermo Vicario, who had a really good game in Europe on Thursday. Of this back 4, only Mickey van der Ven started against Karabag, though Destiny Udogie was introduced much earlier than had been planned. It's the same midfield 3 who kicked off against Brentford Old Trafford in January. Son Heung-min hasn't made it. Timo Werner deputises. He made it in the last 3. And it's a Spurs bench which has room for Radu Dragusin after his speedy sending off in Europe, and indeed for teenage strikers Mikey. Well, you do sense a certain amount. It's over away from Ugarte.
Brilliant.
Van der Ven, and touched in by Johnson.
Absolutely brilliant from Van der Ven. One of the best runs I've ever seen from a centre-back.
Sheer blistering pace. A searing 75-yard sprint from Mickey.
When they try to take those risks playing out of their own 6-yard. That.
Onana's pass for Marcus Rashford. Vicario shut out the light at the near post, and in any case, the flag was up. Kulusevski, Udogie.
Yeah, they'll regret it, Spurs, if they don't want to score a second. The way they're playing and how hopeless Manchester United
for him. They're on debut, and Richarlison will centre forward. Richarlison's missing now. Kulusevski, and Brennan Johnson hits the post and out.
Would have been a wonderful goal from back to front. I was just watching Tottenham play out and thinking, what is Manchester United's trigger for the press? It comes the whole length of the pitch. It's a wonderful move from Spurs. And he does nearly everything perfectly well, Brennan Johnson. Going across the goal.
Kobbie Mainoo, Joshua Zirkzee. It's a fair old reach from Vicario.
Oh, right, gone past him. He was stretching Zirkzee, as was Vicario when he saved it.
Rashford steered towards Garnacho, who can't catch it up. Kulusevski, Johnson, and scooped away by Mazraoui from in front of Timo Werner.
No, it's brilliant all round. I mean, Spurs are just cutting ones arriving. Sometimes you can drive it across.
Got into trouble. Maddison. The league as well as the European game midweek.
He really upset Spurs.
Rashford, Garnacho! Beautifully clean connection.
He was there last season, was it when Garnacho scored that incredible overhead kick?
And here goes Turbo Timo Werner! Onana made the block.
I never fancied him. I mean, De Ligt is never going to get back.
Foul by Bruno Fernandes.
They're not happy at all. It's a red.
He's off. Back to worse for Manchester United.
We can't quite see it from up here, but when players react like that, decision's going to stand. Manchester United fan. Spurs have just dominated.
Interestingly, from Manchester United, as we investigate the successive week of Manchester against North London, 11 against 10. Johnson and Kulusevski! And Spurs ease clear. The These are days to be cherished. A little corner of Manchester, which is London North 17.
It was just what Ange Postecoglou would have wanted at the start of this second.
3 separate occasions. Need it changing. Martinez, Casemiro! Bergvall, and it got its flick and it got its finish on the line from Dominic Solanke. And he too rejoices in a purple patch. The Spurs shirt, week on week, fits him more tightly. He feels the part. United bedraggled.
A big moment for Solanke, and Papi Sarr, who's just entered the pitch, gets some congratulations as well.
Drove away from Ugarte.
Brilliant.
Van der Ven, and touched in by Johnson.
Absolutely brilliant from Van der Ven. One of the best runs I've ever seen from a centre-back.
Sheer blistering pace. A searing 75-yard sprint from Mickey Johnson and Kulusevski. And Spurs ease clear. These are days to be cherished. A little corner of Manchester, which is London North 17.
It was just what Ange Postecoglou would have wanted at the start of this set.
Bergvall, and it got its flick and it got its finish on the line from Dominic Solanke. And he too rejoices in a purple patch. The Spurs shirt, week on week, fits him more tightly. He feels the part. United bedraggled.
A big moment for Solanke, and Papi Sarr.